So, there have been many little hacks and tips and tricks that we have shared over this program. And one of the final ones that I wanted to share with you in your splits journey is something that's very geeky called the opposing joint theory. And basically, how it works is that our body is a mirror map, one side to the other. So, for example, my fingers have got this neurological connection to my toes, my wrist to my ankle, my elbow to my opposite knee, opposite shoulder, opposite hip. So, hopefully, that is starting to make sense to you. And what we see when we're starting to work with people is that if they are struggling, for example, within a certain range of motion, let's say their hip flexor on the left feels tight, in hip extension, we can put the opposite shoulder into hip flexion, and we sometimes see that that helps to increase their range. So what I'd like you to do in the final part of this series is take a moment to get into your splits and then take a pen and paper and actually jot down, I have right hip flexor tightness or left hamstring is feeling a bit tight. And then I want you to think about where the opposing joint would be and how you could encourage your body to go a bit further. So we're actually going to do this together. Make sure that you've got your pen and paper handy. Let's start off with the right leg. And what I want you to do is come down into your splits. And immediately I feel that just behind the knee on my right leg, I'm like, okay, there's definitely some tightness on the front leg. Now here, because I'm going to be lifting my arms, I'm definitely going to give myself some support. 2 blocks, 1 block, whatever you need. This leg is in hip flexion. So I'm going to take my left arm into shoulder extension. Because my knee is extended, I'm going to bend my elbow. And it's so weird, like I can already feel my front leg is starting to feel a little bit more easy breezy than it was before. Now, focusing on the back leg, I'm just going to gain a sense of my hip flexor. But for me personally, I feel it all in this front leg. So again, just put my arm in this shape and the feeling starts to change immediately. If you're in this shape with your right leg and you are feeling your back leg, because the hip is in extension, we're going to take the right arm into flexion. Because the knee is straight, the elbow bends. And exactly what you did before, you're going to hold that and see, does this affect the feeling, that sensation that you were working with? Okay, cool. We're going to change over to the other side. Just for those of you guys who are super geeks like me, this is something also called it's called your central pattern generators. So super geeks out there, have a little Google, central pattern generators. It's basically the ability to give us walking, the ability to always have opposing joints moving in opposing ways. So my left leg, he always wants to go a little bit higher. So I'm going to give him lots of support. I feel it here on my front leg. So I'm going to take opposing your hip flexion. We go into shoulder extension. My knee is straight, so I bend the arm and amazing. Already I can feel so much better. If you are someone who feels the hip flexor more, take the shoulder into flexion on the opposite arm and bend into the elbow. And again, just feel, how does that start to change? I'm already starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Just incredible how this works. So play around with opposing joint theories because they are truly game changers for some people. If it's not working for you, all good. Everyone is different, but it's definitely worth a try.